Hello students, this video contains the explanation of the chapter Microorganism, Friend and Foe. Okay, this is chapter number it is 2, and the name of the chapter is Microorganisms, Friend and Foe. See what microorganism means. Microorganism means the extremely small organisms, okay, and which cannot be seen by the naked eyes, which can only be seen with the help of some aid, like microorganisms are seen with the help of microscopes. These cannot be seen with the naked eyes. Now these can be friend as well as foe. Friend, they can be friendly also. Foe means they can be enemy also. Alright, so in this chapter we're going to cover few topics like the types of microorganism, where do microorganisms live, microorganisms, how are they how they are useful to us, food preservation, food poisoning, and the nitrogen cycle at last. So let us start with the introduction of this chapter. Students, microorganisms, as I have already told you, they are very, very small, cannot be seen by the naked eyes. You might have seen the bread mold. When the bread goes bad, then on the surface of it, the thread-like structure appears, or the cotton ball-like structures appears. That is called fungus, or you can say that is also called bread mold. Okay, that is called bread mold, and these bread mold is a type of microorganism. So microorganisms are categorized into bacteria, fungus, bacteria, algae, fungi, and the protozoa, and of course virus. So these are the types of microorganisms. Microorganisms are studied under the science called microbiology. Okay, that science is called microbiology, and the scientist named Leeuw van Hoek is called the father of microbiology because he discovered microorganisms, and he discovered the characteristics and the types of bacteria and many more organisms. When microorganisms causes diseases in the human body and in the animal's body, then they are called pathogens. I hope it is clear. Now the types of microorganism, the first type we're going to study is the bacteria. Bacteria are found everywhere. You can say they occurs in any climate, right? They can be found in the hot water springs, they can occur in the cold climate, they can occur in the rotten things. They are found everywhere. Bacteria, okay, they are also called primitive one. They are the first living thing which appears on earth when the life appears. They are found in many shapes. They can be spherical, they can be rod-like, spiral-like, or thread-like. So they are found in many shapes. Okay, they produces many types of diseases: tuberculosis, diphtheria, whooping cough, food poisoning, and many plant diseases also. So they are very harmful to us, right? Now these bacteria can be autotrophic, means they can prepare their own food, and they can be heterotrophs also. They cannot prepare their own food also. They depends on other organisms for their food. Now the next microorganisms is algae. You all have seen algae, students. It is greenish in color. It is found in ponds and the damp places. Somehow they are also found in the land, okay, in the damp land. And these algae are green structures. They contains chlorophyll. They are autotrophs in nature, means they can produces their own food with the help of photosynthesis process. And but they do not looks like plants, like they do not have roots, stems or leaves, but they behaves as plant. All right. There are many types of algae, like Chlamydomonas, Spirogyra, blue-green algae, diatoms, and seaweeds. They can be multicellular, they can be unicellular. Uni means made up of only one cell. Multicellular means they are made up of many cells. They are aquatic, they are terrestrial also, means found in water as well as on land. They can be a good for food for animals. Okay, they can be used as a fodder मतलब चारा चारा होता है जानवरों के खाने के लिए. The algae is also helpful in the manufacture of some medicines, and there are many uses and functions of algae, right? There are many uses of algae, and somehow they are used in ice creams also, in preparation of ice creams, and also helpful in the fixing of nitrogen, atmospheric nitrogen, and replenish the soil with nutrients. Okay, so there are many uses of algae. They can be useful as well as they can be harmful. Means they can produce eutrophication or algal bloom. What is that eutrophication? Student, eutrophication is the depletion of the oxygen which is present in the water body by the growth of algae, and that is called eutrophication. So in eutrophication, the aquatic plants start dying in that particular area and the water become dead. So eutrophication causes the water dead. Okay, and in this algae after algae we're going to see the next topic, that is the fungus and fungi is the another type of microorganism, and in this microorganism you can see the various types of fungus. They can be unicellular, they can be multicellular, and their structure is also very very small again, and they in their structure they contains stem-like structures and thread-like structures. These thread-like structures are called hyphae. Okay, hypha is the singular, and hyphae are the plural. See, in all these three fungus, you can see the thread-like structures. These thread-like structures are called hyphae. All right, and these hyphae, many hyphae forms the ball of fungus, and it causes various diseases in plants as well as in animals. In human beings too it causes diseases. There are edible fungus also, students. That fungus is called mushroom. We eat mushroom. There is a unicellular fungus also, that is yeast. Yeast is used in the baking industry, which is used to make the dough to rise, pizza dough or bread. It is used for preparation of bread and pizza, also used in the preparation of alcohol by the fermentation process. Okay, and then next microorganism is protozoa. Protozoa, they are heterotrophs in nature, means they do not produce their own food. They depends on others for their food. In the same way, student, fungi also do not produce their own food. They depends on others for their food. They are heterotrophs, and protozoa are also heterotrophs. Protozoa has flagella and cilia. Cilia and flagella, they are the structures which are helpful and which makes the organism to swim and to hold themselves in the water or in the drastic conditions. Okay, cilia and flagella, they are hair-like structures present in the body of protozoa, like paramecium. And next type of microorganism is the virus. As you all know that we are facing this time we are facing pandemic diseases, that is corona, which is caused due to coronavirus. See, viruses are very 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 harmful actually. They are very, very small also, cannot be seen by the unaided eyes, but they are non-living. Means they, if they found any host, then only they move in that host and start multiplying there. They keep on multiplying in the host, and then they keep on multiplying in the host, and they produces the signs and symptoms of various diseases like common cold, influenza, measles, chickenpox, smallpox, AIDS. AIDS, it's acquired immunodeficiency syndromes. These are some viral diseases, okay? And AIDS is caused by the virus called human immunodeficiency virus, or you can say HIV virus. And these are the types of microorganisms which we studied today. Okay, in the next class we're going to see the harmful and useful microorganisms.